Hey guys, this presentation is a timeline of Earth's history with a focus on Florida's development. This is created by Abby Woodworth, Ashley Woodworth, Haley Fine, and Emma Norland. Earth first formed during what is known as the Precambrian period, which encompasses the Hadean, Archean, and Proterozoic eons. The Hadean eon was the first eon from 4.6 to 4.0 billion years ago. There was no life on Earth during the Hadean eon, as volcanic eruptions, cosmic bombardments, raging storms, and scorching temperatures plagued this time. There has been no discovery of rock from this time, but zircons, which are minerals, have been found in Australia dating back to 4.1 billion years ago. However, the moon, Earth's oceans, and Earth's atmosphere were created in this period. The next stage in Earth's geological timeline, the Archaic Eon, was from 4.0 to 2.5 billion years ago, was when life first formed on Earth. During the Eoarchean era, from 4.0 to 3.6 billion years ago of this time, Earth's crust began to form. Soon after, in the Paleoarchean and Mesoarchean eras, 3.6 to 2.8 billion years ago, Earth's first supercontinent, Valabara, formed and broke up. The Earth's first stromatolites and glaciations were also found during these eras. Lastly, in the Neoarchean era of the Archean Eon, aerobic photosynthesis first occurred along with the formation of another supercontinent, Kennerland.
The Proterozoic eon follows the Archean eon from 2.5 billion to 541 million years ago. This eon highlights the evolution of eukaryotic organisms and the development of an oxygen-rich atmosphere. The rocks during this time period include metamorphic, igneous, and sedimentary. The climate cooled down significantly due to the most significant glacial period known as Snowball Earth. To start, this eon is divided into three eras: the Paleoproterozoic, the Mesoproterozoic, and the Neoproterozoic. The Paleoproterozoic era of this time is from 2.5 to 1.6 billion years ago and is made up of the Siderian, Riacean, Orosiran, and Statherian eras, where chemical changes in the atmosphere and oceans become visible. The Great Oxygen Event occurred during this era, which resulted in accumulation of oxygen into the atmosphere. The anaerobic life was mostly wiped out due to this gradual increase of oxygen in the atmosphere. Next, the Mesoproterozoic era lasted from 1.6 to 1 billion years ago, was marked by developments in plate tectonics as the Columbia supercontinent broke up and the Rodinia supercontinent formed. Lastly, in the Neoproterozoic era, from 1 billion to 541 million years ago, multicellular organisms began to grow extremely diverse. The increase in oxygen levels, the glacial event known as Snowball Earth, and ozone formation all correlate with the emergence of new organisms. There are three periods demonstrating this evolutionary growth: the Calamian period, showing the edges of continental crust meeting the ocean, the Ectocean period, where tectonic rifting began, and the Stenian period, resembling the deformation of landforms.
The last of Earth's current eons is the Phanerozoic eon, 541 million years ago to present day. This is the eon where Florida finally forms. In the first era of this time, the Paleozoic era, 545 to 245 million years ago, Gondwandalan joined with Laurasia to form Pangaea. It began with the Cambrian explosion, followed by the Age of Invertebrates, the Age of Fish, Fungi, land plants, Age of Amphibians, insects, coral deposits, and finally extinction. This era also experienced the heavy diversification of marine life. In the Triassic period of the Mesozoic era, 245 to 208 million years ago, Pangaea begins to crack and rifting occurs in the northeast-southwest line from Charleston through Savannah to an area near the Apalachicola River and Florida's Panhandle. Its rifting in the area continued. Florida and most of Georgia would have separated from North America. In the Jurassic period, 208 to 144 million years ago, rocks are still being deposited on land as the Florida platform separates from the African plate. The Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico also begin to form as North America separates from South America. North Florida during this time would have remained above water and was likely inhabited by dinosaurs. However, late in Jurassic Florida was underwater and remained underwater for the next 100 million years. The Cretaceous period, 144 to 66.4 million years ago, consists of inconsistent rises and falls in sea level, large reef systems developing, and major extinction event known as the Great Extinction. In the Tertiary period of Cenozoic era, 66.4 to 1.6 million years ago, carbonate deposition is dominant on the Florida platform. During the Paleocene epoch, 66.4 to 57.8 million years ago, Ammonites have disappeared. The great reef builders like Rudis have gone extinct. Bryozoans and echinoderms flourish, and the first grasses appear on land, although not in Florida because it's still underwater. In the Eocene epoch, 57.8 to 36.6 million years ago, North America and Europe are still joined together and limestone deposition continues Cedar Key limestone. Large coral reefs reappear and echinoderms, sand dollars appear, sea turtles, and Archaeocene whales appear. The northern North Atlantic also fully opens. Northern Florida finally reemerges in the Oligocene epoch 36.6 to 23.7 million years ago as global cooling caused by sea levels to fall. The oldest known fossils of terrestrial vertebrates were found near Gainesville and date from this time. Later, sea levels rose again and Florida was submerged. Sea levels consistently fluctuated over the next 24 million years. At other times, the sea was close to modern levels and parts of the northern peninsula and panhandle were emergent. Suwannee limestone begins to lay down at the Suwannee Straits filled with sediment. Massive coral reefs are now prominent and grasslands spread into Florida. During the Miocene epoch, 23.7 to 5.3 million years ago, South and Central Florida are created as the South American plate drifted north, slowly uplifting the southern peninsula, and as sands and clays erode from the Piedmont highlands of central Georgia and Alabama. Seals also first appear in Miocene rocks. During the Paleocene epoch, 5 to 2 million years ago, a land bridge by the Panamanian Isthmus across Panama and Central America formed 3 million years ago, joining the biotic life of North and South America, Titanus and terror bird in Florida from South America. The giant armadillo and glyptodon were some of the creatures that migrated to Florida. Seasonal extremes in weather also signal the coming of an ice age. Florida was submerged from the last time, 4.5 to 2.5 million years ago. Ice age for the next 2.5 million years. Sea levels again fluctuated during the Quaternary period, 1.6 million years ago to today, and freshwater marls were now exposed along the peninsula. Sea levels soon dropped as glaciers grew in the north, allowing Florida's shorelines to grow around 150 kilometers in the west. Savannas began to form that were populated by mammoths, mastodons, horses, and bison. Some fossils of these animals have been found in sediments on the floor of the Gulf of Mexico. Many of the state's most prominent features, such as rivers, lakes, and barrier islands, formed during this time as sea levels rose. The timeline depicts the eons and eras within the entirety of Earth's history, from 4.6 billion years ago to now.